This is going to be short. Hey everybody, it's Matt. Welcome back to the Wrestling with Whiskey channel, and today we have a review of Barrell Bourbon Batch 33. That's right, it's the one that came after 32. So it is a blend of barrels from Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. It is 116 proof, and you can find this on your local shelf for anywhere from $89 to $99.99, usually in that area. So this one, it's in the same line of a lot of things coming out of Barrell Bourbon in recent months and years. One thing I do want to point out, we know it's cask strength, we know it's a blend of barrels and everything like that. One thing I do give a lot of credit to Barrell Bourbon is they do put an age on here, okay? They put an age on here. They don't have to. They're doing a blend. They could just say blended barrel bourbon, cask strength bourbon from blah, 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 blah. But they actually do. A lot of places avoid that because they don't like the stigma that comes with younger aged whiskeys being in the blend. Because, fun fact of the day, if you didn't know, if you're putting a blend of barrels together, you want to put an age statement on it, you have to put the youngest whiskey in the blend. So I don't care if you use 8,000 barrels of 20-year bourbon and you use one barrel of 5-year bourbon, the highest age you can put on that bottle is 5 years. So there could be a bunch of 10, 13 year, 8, 9, 12, 15 in here, but they have to put 5. And they don't have to. They could just leave it blank and say non-age stated or whatever, but I do appreciate them letting us know what some of the youngest whiskey in the blend is. That said, it's a mix of high rye barrels from those 3 lovely states that we all know for their whiskey, so let's take a look at how it goes down. Immediately off the nose, I normally love 116 proof. It's a great proof. It's strong, full flavored, especially when that's your cask strength. It's a little ethanol-y, but there's some really, really sweet undertones there. Really strong. I hate the frickin' note. Classic bourbon notes, right? But it's what it is. Like with a lot of things, this is my 3rd time having this. I do appreciate the Fred Minnick method. And so far, it's similar. I'm not noticing any massive differences from the last couple times I tried it. Nice vanilla. Really peppery on the nose. Those rye spices come through a lot. I'm letting a little bit get on my palate just as much as well. That's a phrase. Runs a little hot at 116. Normally, this drink's like something that might be closer to like 120 or above. So it's hard for me to pick out some of the more subtle notes. Adding some water absolutely can help with that. I will say this is a little bit where those Tennessee notes, you know the ones I'm talking about, come through. The palate is very well balanced, really rich vanilla, brown sugars, and pepper baking spices on full display. Yeah, even a little bit of banana in there. The palate, strong peppery spice, really forward palate, forward on the roof of the mouth. Nice longer finish. It slowly moves down the back of the palate. If you've been liking what Barrell Bourbon's been putting out, I think you'll enjoy this. For me, I still have a really tough time spending close to $100 on some of these bottles. As we saw in my last review of the Equinox blend from Barrel Craft Spirits' other brand, Stellum, which is also a special $100 release of that brand. These came out right in this same price range, around $100 a couple of years ago, right? And made waves for having these well-aged, mature, blended bits of bourbon. But I feel like they're starting to ride the train a little bit like just stay the course. They're not pushing the limits. Their special editions, the Seagrass, the Dovetail, things like that are very interesting. The batches themselves, I feel like have gotten just a little bit stagnant. That said, this is a really nice bourbon overall. Great proof. A little bit hot. It's a little bit hot for what it is. But if you like a spicy, peppery bourbon, this one will be for you. I can't justify anywhere near $100 on it. Something like this, $50 to $70 maybe, because I know the work that goes into it, and they're still a smaller brand, so I understand the overhead. But I can't justify the premium end price of this. It's nice, it's well balanced, beautiful spice. But whether it's worth $100 is up to you. Cheers.